Welcome back to the lab. Wednesday mornings. This morning we're working on the Bavarian Motorworks sedan behind us here. Some description. I don't speak BMW. I don't know what it is. E46. And we're putting the Japanese 1JZ that I was thinking was a 1.5JZ for a while, but it's not. It's a 1JZ, and it's got a plasma man manifold, and it's that. Right, we're putting, there you go, reversed image. It looks like a RB now, doesn't it? Sort of, kind of. Anyway, we're putting that in there. We're doing some stuff and things. Some things happened earlier on in the week, and I did record that, and I was going to show you all that, and then it got to the point where, with the Z that's above us here, there were just so many things wrong with that if I started showing you the things that were wrong with the BMW, people would think that all I do is show things that are wrong. The channel is real. This is real stuff. It's not like let's run through and undo all the bolts and make it look like someone didn't build an engine properly to make good YouTube content. It's full on genuine, and I do like to show the full story. So if you don't like that, the channel's probably not for you. So anyway, let's have a look and see where we're at with the BMW. I think we're actually getting somewhere finally. The poor beastie. It has taken a long time, right, to get to here, but there's more to it than it taking me this long to get it done. There's other things that I've been doing, obviously, and there's COVID stuff and things being involved with other areas of the project without going into too much detail. But we're almost, I'm looking at a great big gaping hole. You can see the gaping hole. We're almost at the point where we can put some fluids in this thing and get rid of the old fuel that's in it. Start figuring out if the fuel pumps are actually wired up and going to work with the configuration of the harness that we've got in here and all that sort of carry on, and see if it'll go. And from there it goes to get tuned. So I don't think I've wired up. I definitely haven't wired up the boost controller yet. So that's a simple Deutsch connector just to sort that out. So unfortunately it's going to have a splice there, a plug there, and then it has to go over to there. It's going to have another plug over there somewhere, but that's alright. We'll hide it, we'll tuck it all away. We haven't wired up the windscreen washer. It's a windscreen washer reservoir right there, actually, funnily enough. So we're nearly at the point where we can make it go. I was running through a few things and I decided that oh no, I'm going to talk about things that were wrong. Never mind. The throttle cable needed some insulation as well because it's sitting right over the top of the downpipe. It's going to get warm and toasty there. So it had some sheathing over the top of it. I just was, sorry, pausing my vocabulary there. I was looking for that. It had some sheathing like that over the top of the cable to make it all look nice, tidy and pretty. I was like, cool, okay, but we don't need that on there because it's not going to help with our heat protection. So we'll take that off and we'll put some proper heat protection type stuff over there. And I took that off and realized that the plastic sheath that's supposed to be on the outside of the cable was gone, and the outside conduit, I guess you'd call it, inside conduit of the cable was rusty and crusty and going to kill the driver when the throttle stuck wide open one day. So we just had to get a new cable made. So that's done. That's the new cable that's in there now, not necessarily routed correctly because we still have to put the heat insulation back to square one. Tried to pick off the paint that was on this cover here. That was not working too well. Went to see some mates that do vapor blasting to see whether that could be done with plastic, and they weren't open yet. They should be open this week, so maybe I should drop that in, get that sorted. That's it. We're just about, I need a fitting under the brake booster, but we're just about there to start it soon, this week hopefully. Alright, so all skiddy and everything, stuff and things. Put power onto this, unlock the ECU. Hadn't done that earlier on. I'd set in a basic tune for it just to get and all the pinouts and all that sort of carry on. Don't worry about the mess, it all tucks away in there. It'll be fine. When we're finished fiddling with things, we'll make it look beautiful. I know I said I'd do that on the March and I haven't yet. We'll get there. Really hate things like this. So tried to test the fuel pump. Unsure if this end all this stuff is actually right or what's happened at the other end, because other people have done that. Wiring Specialties have done this half, and then it's kind of BMW inside here, and it's all just very difficult. So it didn't go, so okay, cool, no surprise. Let's look at the pin out, start following, chasing for wires. So looking at here, they've used that, and that's what it's set to in the ECU. And they reckon it's plug B, and they reckon plug B looks like that. So of course you go over to the ECU and you find the plug that looks like that, and it's the one with the white wire there. And that white wire disappears into the engine harness. It doesn't go anywhere near where the fuel pump is. Buggers off, and I think it's actually on one of the injectors over there. Without testing it, just looking at the colours of the wires, it's injector number 4 or something like that. So this can't be right. What is going on here? There's something not right. So I look at the Wiring Specialties supplied thing. So I looked at it carefully. Plug B, plug A are drawn as being the same. They're not. Plug A and plug B are very different. Jeebus! People can't even get things like this right. Alright, we're sitting in the important seat. This is fake video here. Fake YouTube, because I already tried it, but thanks to Kerry from Mosen's Eurospears, there's a little module somewhere that we've got to do a little thing with, and then the noises happen when you turn this thing here. So that's a good start. We've got that working, which it wasn't before, so that's cool. Done, done, done. Fuel pumps are next. They don't go. Something in the spaghetti, the factory spaghetti there, is not talking to the aftermarket spaghetti, is not talking to the... Oh God, it's buried under there. There's a fuel pump there, and there's one on the other side, but they're not getting any electrons, so they do not go. So we've got to figure that out. We'll just bypass the whole lot and just put a couple of relays somewhere sensible. We'll probably do a better job than that. I think that's for a stereo, to be honest, but yeah, that looks like a stereo plug to me. Rightio. Oh, good. Something works. Yay. Alright, stuff and things happening. So, we have starter motor working. We do not yet have a fuel pump relay going. That's hiding in behind there, behind the dash, the glove box. I will work that out in a bit. It's not really a biggie. Getting a little bit late in the afternoon. I almost finished for the day, and I was like, no, I better get some more things done. So I'll call it calibrated for now, but then I'll explain. I've calibrated the TPS. We have definitely calibrated the map sensor. That's no big deal. TPS, it just didn't feel like the pedal was traveling far enough to be pulling the throttle full travel. Felt like we were running out at this end and there was more at this end. Without somebody here to help me, a little bit tricky. So what you can do is calibrate the TPS in there, travel it all the way through, do what it says. You can use runtime values here, and you can come around, because it's cable throttle, right? So you can come around to the engine bay. You can look at your runtime values. You guys will see a number changing on the screen, and you can see that's it there. So there's TP main, throttle position main, right? So there'll only be the one. So you can run that around to 100%. There, that's 100%. You can hold that there with your hand, like I've done there, and look, still more throttle to go. So we've got another issue going on. It's good, eh? Lots. Got another issue going on with our throttle system, in that the pedal has got the wrong ratio, the lever length and all that sort of carry on, compared to the size of the wheel on the throttle here, and it doesn't actually open the throttle all the way. When we go to there, that's 100%, that's 99 point something, it's 100%. Look, we're miles away from the stop. That's 100% there. Probably won't change the power output at all on this car, won't make any difference at all. It's a very large throttle compared to the motor. If you want things working properly, that is not working properly. So what it actually needs is a smaller wheel on here. I can potentially do that, or we put a larger lever on the inside, which is, I can potentially do that. It's difficult as well. I'm not sure if that one is. Nah, it looks pretty much the same the whole way. There are throttle wheels that you can get that are progressive, so the bottom opening bit is more gentle, and as you go around further and further, the ratio changes, so it opens faster and faster. It might be something we can look into. We just need a smaller wheel on there. Having done that, seeing as it decided to, it's not much of a fight, right? It's no big deal. Seeing as it decided to fight, we'll call it a day and go inside and have a lie down in the nice warm sunshine, or jump in the paddling pool. How's that? Sounds good. All right, thanks for watching. Cheers, bye.